So, how do you get rid of depression? How do you get rid of being sad? First off, go outside. Second off, find yourself a little rock like this. A nice little backrest and a perfect seat. It's a beautiful view. Step one. Alright. Now, as I tell you guys step two, let me situate you guys in this bush so I don't fucking hold this shit. Okay. You know what? That will do. How do you get rid of depression? First off, you gotta stop classifying it as a mental illness. Okay, it's not a mental illness. Depression, everyone experiences this. Everyone gets sad. Okay, depression isn't this uncurable disease that society's portraying it as. You know, it's like, oh, you have depression. Oh, you can't cure it. That's just kind of how you are. But what you can do is take these pharmaceutical drugs that I'm gonna give you that's gonna help cure your depression. Like what? Why are we fucking treating depression like it's some mental illness? Like, of course, everyone gets sad. Of course. But you know what amplifies the sadness? Staying in your room, not doing shit, not doing what you fucking want to do, you know? That's what leads to depression. And instead of fucking treating it like it's something that can be curable, it's treated it as a mental disease, you know? Like an illness. Like, oh, you were born this way? Like, oh, that's it. You're gonna be depressed. Like, you can't do anything about it. You can take these drugs, but, you know, kind of like, no. Like, go outside, go do the things you love, and you'll stop being as depressed. Like, of course, like when you're in your room at the end of the day all alone, it's gonna hit you again, okay? But you gotta take steps into figuring this shit out. Honestly, I even experienced depression. I come from a Russian Ukrainian background, and I don't know what it is, but Russian Ukrainians, I feel like they're the most depressed fucking ethnicity out there. Like, just the fucking like gloomy ass cartoons we grew up with, just like all this shit. Like, the whole culture is just depressed, and everyone just doesn't talk about it, so no one cared about it. We live in a day and age where it's like we're supporting mental health, you know? We're like, it's no longer cool to just fucking not even talk about it and just ignore it. It's actually cool to like talk about it and figure that shit out. Excuse my language, I probably shouldn't curse, not very professional, but I guess I'm very passionate about it. You know, my sister has depression and I hate it because, you know, that's like the way people talk about it. Like, oh, you have depression, that's it. Here, take these pharmaceutical and antidepressants and it's gonna cure your depression. Like, no, go do what you love, okay? I recently discovered, well, not recently, what I love is I love to surf, okay? No matter what I do throughout the whole day, and if it's like the shittiest day, like I'm just like absolutely just like I want to fucking kill myself, okay, I'll go surf and I'll think to myself, I'm like, this is what I live for, you know? So I think everybody needs to find that one thing where after you do it, you're like, okay, I can die happy now, and then do that for the rest of your life and you will have a good life, okay? But the reason why we like to do what we like to do is because when we're doing it, we're in the present moment. It's not in our head so much, you know what I mean? Like when you come home and you're in your room, you're living in your head. You're not living through your eye. When you're living through your eyes and you're living in the moment and you're taking everything as it should be ingested, you are happy, you are present, you are alive, you are here, you know? But the second we start living in our head and we start overthinking, then it's just a snowball effect, you know? Like, it starts off and just keeps going, and at the end of it, you overthought so much, you're just like, okay, you know, like whatever, I need to tune out, I need to go on my phone, I need to just scroll, I need to get instant dopamine to jump back. We need to stop doing that, you know? And it sucks, it really does. I wish I had like an easy solution to depression, but I'm just kind of sharing what helps me personally, kind of venting, you know? I never really did good with therapy, but I feel like when I talk to myself, it's kind of therapy enough. So here, I'm talking to this camera instead. I'm talking to myself while also maybe helping somebody out, you know? Maybe it gives a purpose to all my rambling. But yeah, I mean, depression, it's tough shit, you know? You just gotta, like, rule number one, stop treating it as a mental disorder. Okay, everyone gets sad. It shouldn't be called depression. It should just be called sadness. You know, depression is just sadness, like for multiple days, and you just can't break it. Like, oh man, I'd be so depressed too. But I do this. I go outside. I cure it. You know, it's not these drugs that are gonna fucking cure it. Maybe a little bit. I do smoke pot. Why did I say pot? I don't even say pot. I'm acting weird with this camera on right now, but yeah, I just think that like it just needs to stop being talked about something as not ordinary. Everyone's depressed, you know, everyone's sad. It's just some people choose to stay sad, or they choose to actually do something about it, you know. And that's where the majority fails to leave their house, do anything, because it's so easy to keep staying in your house, you know. Like, oh my god, like this week it was terrible. Like, I lost my job. I'm just like having a midlife crisis, you know. And I'm like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna take the day off. And it's okay. I think everyone needs to take a day off and recuperate and just sit down and think, and just think about what they're doing in life, you know what I mean? Just think about life. Everyone just needs to think, you know. It's the fucking best thing you could do is just think about shit, and not just be like a goldfish, you know what I mean? But as I was saying, I mean, it was just really depressed. I was just super depressed, super sad, and I was just staying in my room. And first day it was relaxing, and then after that it just started snowballing, and I just couldn't leave my house, you know. And then I just had to snap out of it. I just had to go outside. Now I'm here on this hike, and I honestly feel so much better just being outside and living in the present moment. I'm no longer living in my head. I'm living through my eyes, you know. I'm living what's in front of me. I'm living what's all around me. I'm living in the present moment. And I think when you really dissect everything, I think that everything is about living in the present moment. I think depression comes from living through your head, and happiness comes from living through your eyes. When you do anything in this world, people love doing it because it distracts them from what's happening in their real life, like skateboarding, you know. Like maybe you're suffering something like mentally, you know, so you want to do something physical, and it takes your mind off of it, you know. That's what people love to do, taking their mind off of shit that's bothering them and eating them inside. So rule number 1, yeah, go outside. Rule number 2, stop living in your head and start living through your eyes. Okay, when you start living through your eyes, you start living in the present moment. I already said that. And yeah, just really find that thing that you can do for the rest of your life, and you could be like, okay, if I do this, I'll die happy. For me, that's surfing, you know. I'm glad I figured it out, but the disappointing thing is, how do I make money out of surfing, you know? I wish there was more things to do for surfing, but there isn't. At least not had to be invented yet, you know. I can maybe think of some shit. But yeah, I mean, it sucks. My sister has depression, you know, and I watched her get put on these pharmaceutical drugs that are, oh, it's gonna cure depression. No, this shit can cure depression. Any drug can cure depression, you know. It doesn't cure it, it silences it, okay? And I think it's crazy that they legally are doing it, because that's what big companies do. They convince you that you're sick, and that the only way to get better is to give you a medicine, you know. I'm not gonna get like too into it, but a lot of the things that we see, they convince you you're sick, and then they cure. Like the thing on TikTok right now, the Mullen leaf, bro. The fucking Mullen leaf. I get all, because I'm a smoker, they're like, oh, you're fucking dying. You're gonna die if you don't take this Mullen leaf. There's so much mucus in your leg. They convince you you're sick, and that you need to take this to feel better. That's with everything, okay? With everything. It's a very marketable trait to have, you know. It does well. It makes money, okay? Telling people they're sick and that you have the medicine makes a lot of money. But I think people need to start waking up and realizing that there's other fucking solutions to their problems. And this problem is depression. Go outside, live through your eyes, stop living through your fucking head, and literally take action. Do what you want. This is your life. Even if what you want to do is some fucking bum degenerate activity, do it anyway. It's you decide, you know? Every day is a given, and you know, you can take a day, but you can't get back one. So stop giving up the days for free, you know, and start fucking doing something with them. Telling myself this as well as you guys, you know. Fuck it, my shit went out, but I'll finish this after. But yeah, finish this off. Yeah, you know, you're never gonna be able to cure depression. Everyone's gonna be sad. Everyone's gonna be happy some days. Everyone's gonna be sad. But the best thing that you can do is not look at it as something that is wrong with you, okay? But look at something that you have to work that much harder than everybody else to be good at, okay? Everyone is not dealt the same cards, you know. Everyone has to work either harder, you know. I mean, everyone is doing their own shit, you know. But if you have depression, you just have to work that much harder to be happy. But it's not the end of the fucking road, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, don't fucking kill yourself, okay? I had someone I knew back in high school killed himself earlier, or last week, and I was just like bro, like, you could literally do nothing for the rest of your life except like not kill yourself, and it'd still be a plus, you know what I mean? Like, as I was saying, you can always take a day, but you can't get back one. And yeah, just stop living in your head and start living through your eyes, and I promise it will get better. It will get better. Sorry, I'm not good at this. This is my first video. I'm gonna work on it, but yeah, this is therapy to me, you know what I mean? You like go out here in nature, you by yourself, just listen to the birds. Maybe the location I picked isn't that good. I'm in like these cars and shit. I'm literally over the fucking canyon right now. This is my first rookie mistake right here, okay? Rookie mistake. But fuck it, we ball. You know what I mean? Fuck it, we ball. So cheers, boys. Go outside and have a day where you live through your eyes, you know what I mean, instead of your head so much, because you will be happier. Living in your head will lead to nothing but doubt, fucking anxiety, like shit's like you're just overthinking. You're thinking about the future, you're thinking about the past, and you can't do anything to change it, you know what I mean? Even if you think, only time you can fucking be at peace is when you're in the present. It's what all these wise ass motherfuckers say, and it's true, because they keep saying it, and it is true, you know what I mean? Everyone says it. So live in the present, you'll be a lot happier. And yeah, don't take the day for granted, because what I always tell myself, you will die tomorrow, and one day that will be the case. One day your death will be tomorrow. So I always tell myself that, I'm like, shit, well, I die tomorrow, and then I get shit done. Ciao, boys. It's been real.